Archery, the 6th event and the final event in the first half of the Individual Quadrilla Marble League, and it's an event we've seen before in both the individual and the team leagues. It's exactly the same setup as before. Every marble will get 4 attempts to hit the bullseye and score as many possible points. Tarzan has the record with a whole 38 out of 40. Candy Corn is well out in front, 15 points clear of second place. Then it's Java, Goop, and Seabed, who are just 3 points within each other. Then it's Ecto, Tarzan, the aforementioned, and Shamrock. Going in reverse championship order once again, so it will be Blizzard starting us off. Blizzard, all kinds of trouble in the first 5 events, and it's going to continue here with a 3 in the first run. Then it's 7, so that's 10 out of 2 runs. An 8, so 18. What can they do to close it out? Just a 5. That's going to be a 23. Much room for improvement there is with Blizzard, as it's been for the entirety of this tournament. Sapphire, a chance here to make up some ground over Blizzard, perhaps catch the rest of the field, but they're not going to do a great job. Only a 7 first, but then a 9. 16 out of 20 so far. Another 7, so that's a 23 and a 5. So 28, that's better than Blizzard, and that's about as much as Sapphire can brag about. We've seen totals well in the 30s. In fact, the record is hold 38. That's 10 more than what Sapphire did. And Casper starts off with a 5. You have to think, these are the lower marbles in the standings, so the quality of performance should be increasing. Casper, all kinds of trouble. They've hit the 3 twice now, and they get a 6, but I think this is going to be the worst run of them all. 17 only. They didn't even clear 20. You can get 40 total, so they didn't even get half of the possible points. Casper may be caught up by Sapphire after this event. Void, though, they will start off with a 9, and then a 7, so that's 16 out of 20 so far. Another 7, so it's 23. They just need a 5 to tie, and they're only gonna get a 4. Void looked like they had easy first place thus far, but only getting a 4 in the last run will get them just second behind Sapphire. So Sapphire actually is leading the way after the first 4, but of course these are the lowest 4 in the standings. Mountain now, from the Mountain Climbers team. They get a 5 to start off, then a 10. It's our first bullseye of the entire event. A 9 and a 3. They were looking good in the first 3 runs, but only a 27. That is once again 1 behind Sapphire. So Sapphire is leading the way, going into run number 6. Gloom now, from the Shadow Riders team. They get an 8 to start off, then a 5 as that block falls off. 13 in 2 runs. A 9, so 22. What will be on the last one? A bullseye, that's 10 points. And 32. Gloom's the first marble to clear 30. Easily goes in the lead. 4 points clear of what Sapphire did. Now Denim. Marble 7 will be a 5 only to start us off. Then a 4, so only a 9 out of 20 after 2 runs. Denim needs to make up some ground here. They'll get a 9, so that's 18 out of 30. And a 7. Only a 25 for Denim. Didn't go too bad at the end, but that beginning 2 runs really hurt their total. Bluetail now, Marble 8. 9th in the standings, and no medals besides their first gold. Get a 4 to start off, then a 6. 2 runs, perhaps improve on their total. Oh, nearly getting a bullseye, but they will get a 9. And what do they have on their final run? It's just a 7. So Bluetail will get a 26. And that's only good enough for 5th. They're just barely behind a few marbles with Mountain, Void, and Sapphire. But Gloom still well in the lead. They had their first poor finish in the last event. They're making up for it here. Wave Runner now. Gotten 3 6th places in a row the last 3 events. They will start off with just a 4. and then a 7, so that's 11 out of 20 thus far. Wave runner, bullseye on run 3. So they are now having a chance to get a good total. They'll get a 7, and that's 28. But since they had a bullseye, that 28 will outrank Sapphire's 28, and they go up into second place. Shamrock, 7th in the standings, got their first medal in the last event, but they'll only start off with a 4. And a 2 on run number 2. This is just 6 out of 20. Shamrock needs to get a move on here. And just a 4 in run 3. 9 in the last run, but this run's already way past any chance of getting a good total. 19, that is second to last, just ahead of Casper. They are 9th out of 10. Tarzan, though, the record holder, but starts off only with a 6. That's more like it, as Tarzan gets a 9 in their second run, but their record will not be beaten by them. They'll get a 7, and the final one will be a 9. So this goes into second place. Decent for the defending gold medalist in this event with a 31. Just one off the leader thus far. Ecto, though, got their first medal with the gold 2 events ago and starts off with a 9. Looks promising. Then it's a 4 in run 2. Only a 13 after 2 runs. Oh, they hit the 6 and the 7 block. That's going to be a 6. And once again, they hit 2 blocks. It's going to award the lower one to them, which is a 7. So Ecto only gets 26, and that's tied for 7th. Got a bit unlucky there while hitting 2 blocks. We only awarded the lower block total. After 12 marbles, it is still Gloom in the lead. Seabed, though, got their first gold in the last event. Of course, they got their first medal in the sprint, but they start off with a bullseye. And it's another bullseye. Seabed is 20 for 20. And they will get an 8, so 28. They only need a 4 to tie Gloom. And it's another 8. Seabed gets 36 and goes in the lead. Could Seabed be potentially getting back-to-back golds? Well, there's 3 marbles left to defy them. Goop now will start off with a 9, so this is looking promising. Their second run, another 9. That's 18 out of 20. On pace to meet Seabed's target, but only a 5 in run 3. And it's another 9. So that's going to be a 32. But it's going to be worse than Gloom because they didn't have a bullseye. Goop, though, good enough for the bronze thus far. Java now still hasn't placed out of the top 5 in any event besides the first. And they start off with a good run. Well, this is 6 on run 2. Then a 7. They knocked down the 7 block, so that's easily a 7, not a 6. And a 9 to close it out. So that's going to be 31, and they're tied for 4th with Tarzan. But now, the championship leader, Candy Corn. Can they do what it takes to defy Seabed of a second gold in a row? They'll just get a 3, so it's not going to happen. Candy Corn will not be getting gold. They will get a 7. That's just 10 out of 20. Then a 9, but they were already not eligible for a medal. And then a 6. So Candy Corn gets 12th out of 16. That is their worst finish easily of the entire season thus far. Now a few set of tiebreakers. The medal spots are already set, but these tiebreakers are important. So Bluetail will get 8 points in their tiebreaker. Their tiebreaker with Ecto for 10th place. Both Bluetail and Ecto, despite being top 2 in last season, really not good performances in archery, so they're gonna improve on them in this event. Ecto only gets a 7 though, so that's worse than Bluetail. Bluetail gets 10th, Ecto gets 11th, but now tiebreaker for 4th, Tarzan and Java. Tarzan, defending gold medalist, will only get a 7 here. Bit of a disappointment for Tarzan. Now Java. They got no medals in the entirety of Season 1, but already have 2 in this season. And they will get a bullseye, so Java gets 4th place. Tarzan will settle for 5th. But it is Seabed getting 2 golds in a row. Event 5 and 6, if you remember from the Team Quadrilla Marble League, the Deep Divers won Event 5 and 6 as well. That started their run to a championship. Gloom picks up their first medal on the silver position, and Goop finally returns to the bronze spot and will make up some ground on the leaders. But Seabed, what a job! 36, that's just 2 off Tarzan's record, and we have a new championship leader by 3 points. Seabed has taken the lead. Candycorn drops 1 to 2nd. Goop retakes 3rd over Java. Java falls to 4th. Then it's Ecto Gloom rises to 5 to 6th. Tarzan and Wave Runner, who picked up their 4th, 6th in a row.